In today's video, we're going to look at a simple script to extract calendar events into sheets determined by the name of the calendar and fixed by a start date and an end date. The script itself is really a mashup of the script that I used to create new calendar events in a previous video and the script to download Drive file names from a named Drive folder. The script is fairly straightforward. It takes in the calendar name, which you enter into cell A2, the opening date for the calendar events, so I put in the 1st of April 2015, so it's in European date format, and the latest date, the 2nd of April 2015. So it's going to download all calendar events in this calendar between these two dates. So running the calendar is straightforward, so it's gcalendar and list events, and the script is running, and there we have events 1 to 9. It is downloaded, and if I just look in the calendar, you can see that test calendar, and here are the events on the 1st of April that it is downloaded. Fairly straightforward, and also you can use it from a much wider date selection. You don't have to limit it to such a narrow window. Having a look at the script itself, it is fairly straightforward. So at the top here I have the basic comments, the instructions on what the script does. So it takes a calendar name from cell A2, the start date and time, if required, is entered in cell B2, and the end date and time, if necessary, is entered into cell C2. So the opening function is simply the menu item in Sheets itself. So it creates a menu item called gcalendar, and then under that is list events and calls the function all my events. So the function itself just gets the active sheet, then it gets the ID of the calendar from cell A2, and then there's some error catching here. So if the cal ID of cell A2 is blank, it will return an error message, please enter a valid calendar name. Then it gets a start time from cell B2, and if the start time is blank, then it says please enter start date. And also if the start time or date is not a number, it'll return an error message, please enter a valid start date. This .toast extension here, all that means is that it kills the script dead and returns this error message. The script doesn't run any further. And the same with the end time then, so it picks up the end time from cell C2, returns an error message if it's blank, returns an error message if it's invalid, it's not a number, and then it gets the calendar by name, and then gets the events by start time and end time, and then this variable data declares what information is brought back about those calendar events. So the title is brought back, description is brought back, start time is brought back, end time is brought back, and location. And this is in a for loop, so this goes continues around whilst there are events to be found between and including those two dates. And each time it does an iteration, it adds a column or a row to the sheet and writes out the data. And then at the very end, the script auto resizes the columns so that the data looks neater. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.